AP Nation. What's going on, y'all? You're now live and direct with me, yours truly, M Status, aka Young Stats, aka Mr. Hometown Hero. We live in the building right now with my man Miguel Ortiz, right here, man, El Studio Day Status. About to give you guys a little bit of, an insight into my life, personally, artistically, past, present, and goals for the future, man. I think it's important for y'all to understand more than just the music, but understand the back end to how it's all done, how it's created, and the person that's doing it. Really it was before me, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where I was born into a very musical family, Pops did it, on my mom's side it was music. I was just, conceived in music and bred in music and born in music, and that's all that I was around and all I knew. So, regardless, I was just, it had to be music for me.
Yeah, haha. What I mix?
Me being a producer, I have to be kind of having my ear to everything, because you never know what kind of style of music that you gotta, produce and make. So, really, I'm a 90s baby, you know what I'm saying, as far as just coming up. And, born and raised here in the Yak. Before we had 99.7, all we had really was 107.3. And before they had the hip hop and R&B, all they played was rock, you know what I'm saying? And I loved that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I was really heavy into the 90s alternative rock, you know what I'm saying? So, honestly, today, I really listen to a lot of that stuff. I listen to a lot of the new artists out, but I listen to that in more as more of a just kind of listening for where the music is at today, you know what I'm saying? Because my genre is hip hop, R&B, and that field, so I have to listen to my peers and in order to understand where we are musically. But my favorite kind of music to listen to is pretty much everything, man. I just I get in my zone sometimes where I want to hear some classic R&B. There I'm at. Sometimes I want to hear some super hardcore hip hop on some Gucci Mane, Waka Flocka, something crazy, ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I want to be smooth and play some of the smooth jazz. It just kind of depends on my mood and my vibe. So I can't say that I have a particular favorite, but I'm just a musician at heart. So everything.
My check. Oh yeah, I'm on.
If you riding in the car with me, man, you'll never know what you're gonna hear when you with Young Stats, man. I'm a big fan of people probably don't even remember this group, man, or band from back in the early 90s. They were called the Cardigans, man. They go so hard, man. They have just some different type of style of sounds, and it was crazy. Big Alanis Morissette fan too. Just crazy stuff. I'm into a lot of different stuff like that. But yeah, those would probably be the most two shockers. Whoa, what are you listening to? You know what I mean? But that's me, man. I'm different. Definitely has to be the creative process, man. Like I said, I'm a producer, and at the end of the day, I'm a musician, man. And the behind the scenes, the creating a song, it's just so empowering to me. You hear the records on the radio, you might hear records that I've done, see the videos, but to me, that stuff is cool. But what's really good is what's going on before you see that. You know what I'm saying? The whole process of me making a beat, from dropping the kick drum and the snare drum, throwing the sounds in there, the keys, the pads, then coming into the booth. And I don't really write anymore, so I come to the mic and I vibe with the track, I vibe out, and tell my engineer, yo, run it, let's do it, you know what I mean? And we just kind of go off top and make it happen, and that's pretty much my writing technique. I go in and I just bring it from the air, you know what I'm saying, and create it. It's crazy, and no offense to the artists that write their stuff down. Do what you do, get it how you get it. But sometimes it's when you're writing or when you're reading from your phone, you're kind of stuck in what you put down on that paper, you know what I'm saying, or what you have on your phone. When you come in off of the top, it's organic, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta go and erase that word or, backspace it, you know what I'm saying? If you feel something different, it's oh wait, switch, you know what I'm saying? And it's just all, it's all there, you know what I mean? And you don't have to limit yourself to what's there, so. definitely the whole making the music is just my favorite aspect of it, you know. And then, you know, listening back, you know, you'll go to a studio session with me, and it's like, man, we go there and we have nothing, and then by the time we leave, we have just a classic piece of music that we're like listening to, like, man, I can't wait till the people hear this, I can't wait till this drops. That's my favorite thing, you know what I'm saying? Or even taking a piece of music, you know, I'll take a skeleton. Sometimes we in the studio, and like say I'm in the studio with Miguel, and he lays down a super dope guitar line, and we have somebody do some reference vocals. I'll take that piece of music, and the next day I'll shoot him an email like, yo, check out what I did to it. And you know, I'll be in my zone, add the drums, add the strings, just make it happen, and you get a completely different song, you know what I mean? So that's my favorite, man, just bringing, you know, making nothing something and making it a beautiful piece of artwork, you know what I mean? That's the definition of being an artist to me, is really creating art, not just writing to a beat and making it do what it do, you know, that's cool, but being an artist is really making artwork, and that's what we do. So that's my favorite thing to do, man. My very first performance, I'll never forget it, man, because I had to sneak in there. I had to sneak into the show, you know what I mean? I don't know if y'all remember, I'm sure some of y'all remember Club 509 back in the days. You know, this is when we were starting out, the old MP squad, man. Me, Crazy, Jada was on the team at that time. We had Lil Lala, Dom, DG, what's up? I see you, my man. And we had a show lined up, man. It was kind of a one of our first big shows, and you know, I'm like 16, 17 at that time, and very strict household, just point blank, you know. My dad's a preacher, you know what I'm saying, and my mom was one of those ladies that's like, whatever he says goes, and that's that. So, you know, imagine me trying to get into the music game, and you know, of course, you know, doing hip-hop and rap is kind of embedded in negativity, because that's kind of what's being portrayed. So, you know, let alone going out and doing shows and stuff like that. So I remember this was the first show that was kind of hyped by the radio, you know what I'm saying? 99.7 is kind of hyping it. I don't know what the event was, but they had it going on. So I'm like, man, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. I kind of got a little bit of a name at this time, just because I'm young, but I'm doing tracks for Bonafides and the different ones at this time that are really getting on and putting music on the radio. So I'm like, yo, I got my own squad, we got a show, let's go. So I'm begging my mom, please let me go, let me go. So she's finally like, okay, you know what, maybe we'll see, talk to your dad. So of course, you know how that is. When they say talk to your dad, it's like, oh, it's already a no. You know what I'm saying? I try anyway, I get shut down, so it is what it is. So a week before the show, I'm like, man, I'm talking to the squad. I don't want to be a lame, because I'm kind of like, you know, the leader, so I can't be like, hey, I'm not gonna make it, guys, but have a good show, you know what I mean? You can't really do that. So I'm like trying to plan out this master plan. So me and Jada, we're like, you know what? I'm gonna spend the night at your house, you know, pull up one of those. And I'm like, you know, we gonna rock the show, and then we gonna go back and we gonna be good. And that's what ended up happening, man. I remember, you know, we get to the venue and I'm like super shook. Like, I mean, I'm home free, but you just never know, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking through the door like, what if they come through, you know what I mean? So we rocked the show. It was a cool show. I mean, I felt good being on the stage. I was in a whole nother zone, and you know, I knew this was a dope feeling, you know what I mean? So I'm feeling really good about it, and I get there and, you know, thinking everything's cool, I'm home free, and it turns out, man, the little promoter of the show happened to, you know, be friends with my dad, and so he kind of blew my cover a little bit, which was, you know, hey, at the end of the day, it was like, it was a blessing in disguise, because that kind of, you know, proved to them that this was something that I was serious about, you know, music in general, because, you know, that's just something you don't do. You don't go against that, you know what I mean? So that was like, okay, you know, he's real serious about it. We're gonna give him an opportunity and a chance to see if, you know, he can make a difference, or if he's gonna let this hip-hop music influence who he is and change who he is as a person, which it hasn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm Young Stats, and I've been this way forever. People that know me know I'm just a chill, relaxed individual, but that is the memory of my very first show, man. You know, classic show, but man, scary times. I really just want to take this to the next level. I feel like it's time, you know, it may be cliche, but I really want to accomplish, you know, being out there and being on on more than a level than I am now, and just really taking it to that professional level. I mean, I'm blessed enough to be able to say that, you know, music does support me and my family. Like, it's not a whole thing where it's kind of a hobby and then I gotta go back to the 9 to 5. Like, this is what I do. This pays the bills for me, allows me to ball a little bit, you know what I'm saying? No, but it's a blessing to be able to say that, and it's all the support of the fans and the people that really enjoy what I do and help push my records and buy my music and attend my shows and different things like that, you know. And so I want to take that where I'm at now and then just continue to make it bigger and bigger, and the doors are opening, you know, just having, you know, the right mindset to walk through them, be smart about decisions that I'm making as far as contractually and different, you know, A&Rs and labels that we're, you know, associating with and talking to now, because, you know, people think, you know, once you sign that deal or you sign that contract, your life is set and it's all, you know, bad women and good cars and big houses, and it's way more than that, man. You know, I mean, take it from me, I've been there, I've signed a few different deals, man, and you know what I'm saying, I'm smarter, so much smarter now. I'm glad that I've been through what I've been through to know what to look out for and what to be careful about, you know what I'm saying? And I, like I said, I'm blessed that I'm here, I'm still able to make music, and you know, my main goal is to take this music as far as I can possibly take it, you know, and really put on for the city. Everywhere I've been, people know, you know what I'm saying, this is where I come from, I rep where I come from, this is what made me, the artist and the person that I am today. So you know, I let it be known, no matter where I'm at. People may not be able to pronounce Yakima, but that's what I'm putting out there, and it's kind of funny, man. Everybody's like, where exactly is that? But we gotta change that, and I think we can change that, you know what I'm saying, as a community, as a valley, you know, as artists, you know what I mean. We kind of suffer from the whole crabs in the barrel syndrome, where you see somebody shining, instead of us embracing each other and like, yo, you know, let's work, let's collab, let's help. It's like, oh, he think he tight, you know what I'm saying? Let me hate on him, let me throw salt on their game, or man, let me go harder than them. I bet you my stuff is harder than theirs, and that's not what it's about, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I feel like I've been successful because I love to do this, you know what I'm saying? I was doing this before I was getting paid, before I was getting recognition, before anyone cared who I was, you know what I'm saying? I was doing it because I love music. So now that it's blown up a little bit bigger, my outlook on music hasn't changed. There's sometimes where I kind of get caught up and I'm like, man, what's really going on? And then I gotta remember, man, this is why I do this, because I love to do it. Because when I hear a finished record and I know that I created that, no matter I hear it or a million people in the world hear it, I'ma still get that same proud feeling like, yo, I made that happen. So that's what it is at the end of the day. I just wanna take this music to a whole nother plateau and then open doors for those artists out here, especially that have been working hard but may not have the opportunity to do it themselves, man. I think we got a lot of talent, and man, we gotta showcase it. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I gotta, you know, shout out, of course, to the team, the MP Nation, you know what I mean, all of y'all, you know what I mean, that have been down. My man Shoki, what's going down? Big Duke, I see you. Rev, what's good? The whole season, Mill Camp, much love. You know what I'm saying, Crazy, my main dude, my brother right there, you know what I'm saying, shouts out Mateo, Amare, H-Town, I see you. You know, all of my people, TNG, the new generation out there in Vegas, man, much love. My brother Voodoo Spells, man, bad boy for putting your boy on. I appreciate everything, all the love, all of that, man. Everybody out in the ATL that showed me love, that helped me grow to be, you know, business savvy, you know what I'm saying? I learned so much out there during my time there. Appreciate everybody, all y'all, way too many to name, but y'all know what's up. I mean, just, and then all of y'all, man, I call y'all my MP Nation because I feel like you guys are more than fans. Shouts out to all of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because you guys, without y'all, without the people that support, request the music, watch the videos, you know, give me warm words on the Facebook or the MySpace or the Twitter or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Without you guys, it's all pointless, man. This is, you know, a shout out to all of y'all. So I appreciate everything. KP, I see you too, my man. I ain't forget about you. Anybody else that I didn't name, it's not that you ain't important, it's just that, you know, I got a time limit. Mad love, MP Nation, and you know, I appreciate everything and everybody, man. It's going down. Young Stats, Miguel Ortiz. Yeah, MP Nation. that's how we do it.